At the beginning of the 21st century, the Umbrella Corporation had become the largest commercial entity in the United States. 9 out of every 10 homes contain its products. Its political and financial influence is felt everywhere. In public, it is the world's leading supplier of computer technology, medical products, and healthcare. Unknown even to its own employees, its massive profits are generated by military technology, genetic experimentation, and viral weaponry.
Free people of the world. The time to stop them is over. The ocean is dying. The ground will soon definitely sterile. The watchword of the future tyranny will be survival.
Nothing runs anymore. Nothing works. But the people are the same. And the people will do anything to get what they need.
This is the police.
What they need most is Soylent Green.
The supply of Soylent Green has been exhausted.
There is no use to cry or to whine. The mission is and will continue to attack and destroy Monsanto Corporation, the French nuclear military complex, and all capitalist industries who reduce life to nothing. Their end is near.
Police were forced to open fire on a naked man who refused to stop chewing the face off of another man. We look into what could have caused this attack, and we have new details on just how much of the victim's face was literally bitten off.
As well as the rest of us, he says it turns normal people into monsters that possess this superhuman strength and no ability to feel pain.
Comrade, get ready for the final battle. Our day has come.
Random acts of violence and mass murder from all over the city. Details are a bit sketchy right now, and there has been no official statement by the police as to what is happening, but we will continue to bring you late-breaking coverage of the story as we get it into the station. Now, whatever is happening, it does not appear to be a local phenomenon. We've been informed that similar reports are coming in from other cities all over the country. We still have no specific answer as to why this is happening. Reports are ranging from a germ or virus with a mind-altering effect or some sort of chemical spill or a behavioral disorder and mass hysteria. All roads and freeways are jammed with people trying to get out of the city. Now the governor has issued this statement. All people are urged to stay in their homes and lock their doors until the situation is complete. There's widespread panic all over the city. Most communities are without telephones, many without power, and some without water at this time. For people that are trapped or unable to get to the safety of their own homes, we are providing a list of rescue stations on the screen below. Please make your way to the rescue stations that are closest to you. The military has been mobilized, but the violence is so widespread that it is impossible for rescue services to respond to every situation. People have been left to defend themselves, and people have taken the law into their own hands. If you are watching this broadcast at this time, please get to one of the rescue stations immediately. Again, we have reports that the dead are returning to life and attacking the living. Any unburied human corpse with its brain intact will still function. The dead body must be deactivated by either destroying the brain or severing the brain from the rest of the body. Every dead body that is not properly exterminated will kill. Every person that dead body kills will get up and kill, no matter how mutilated or damaged the body is. The martial law state is now in effect in this city and all other major cities in the country. Bodies of the dead should be delivered over to the National Guard for immediate disposal.
Their total inhumanity. Your total inhumanity. Your indifference. And then the alien anthropologists admitted they were still perplexed. But on eliminating every other reason for our sad demise, the log, the only explanation left: this species has amused itself to death. No tears to cry, no feelings left. This species has amused itself to death.
Hey guys, can I ask you a question?
A stranger, every parent's fear, and every child's. But with the Amber Alert GPS SOS button, help is at your child's fingertips, as an alerted cell phone shows a frightened child's exact location, so you can get help for your child immediately.
This is a home that I've just listed on the lakeside of Chaparral. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-story home with a double front attached garage. It's basically a starter home on this side of the lake. It backs onto a park. It's about 1,750 square feet. It would be ideal for a first-time homeowner or possibly a young family with their first home.
This is future church or single-family housing. The people here, I think they'd rather a church here because they already have a whole bunch of single-family housing along there.
What I don't get is how do you know which one it's gonna be? Like, what if you just want single-family housing and not the church, or vice versa? How does that work?
I call this a move-up home. It's a home on the lakeside again, however it's a little bit larger home, probably a total square footage living space of about 2,500 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, family room, a few more upgrades. We had a lot of people in this area that moved from one home to another. As the years go, they just moved to larger homes.
This is the future daycare or single-family housing.
$10 says it's gonna be single-family housing.
We're a lake community, so basically all the recreation that you can possibly need is right here in the neighborhood. The kids don't have to go out of the neighborhood to find things to do, or the seniors for that matter. In the area we have a large lake. At the lake you can go swimming, you can go boating. I've actually taken all of my scuba diving courses at the lake and I've got certified there. It's a facility of all things that you can possibly want. This home is actually located right on the lake at Lake Chaparral, so of course it's the upper scale of the homes that are in this community. It has its own private dock, it has full lake access right out your back door. It's sort of the home that I would like to have, but haven't managed to get there yet.
Then he came into the cafeteria and you could hear like bombs and shotguns going off. And then he came into the library, shot everybody around me, then put a gun to my head and asked if we all wanted to die, and he was gonna kill us if we were of color and if we had a hat and if we played sports.
We're trying to find my brother. My sister called and she said that they were all hiding in the media room at the school. I think that's upstairs, and there was a couple people with her. She had to talk really quiet, and she said that there were people walking around up there and stuff. So she said she's okay, but they're just hiding and hiding in there. Just freaked out, that's all. I just wanted to come out.
My feeling is we have a lot of things that are just out of hand anymore, and this is what's going to happen. The world's just getting more violent, and we're just allowing guns to roam the streets, and this is what's going to happen.
It was just horrible. The worst experience of my life.
But I think that there's an international component here with the radical Muslims joining with the socialists. Is that what we're seeing?
That's right. We're seeing it around the world. In Germany right now, there's been a sweep of arrests in anticipation of terrorist attacks in the upcoming G8 summit, and they're raiding left-wing organizations and taking left-wing servers, and there may be a Muslim connection there as well with the far left and the Islamists.
Now, what is the middle ground of the Islamists and the far left? The far left French basically don't want to work. They want protections. They want a guaranteed 15 weeks vacation, whatever crazy thing they're asking for. It's basically economic protection, whereas the Islamists basically want power. So where is the common ground?
The common ground is they're all against the system, because the left-wingers who are rioting are not your standard socialists. They're various Marxists, Trotskyites, anarchists, and so forth. And they've made a common ground with the Islamists because they're facing the same enemy, which is the system.
All right, so it isn't a matter of they're sympathetic to each other's goals. It is just we can get more numbers if we cooperate in our destruction.
Right, the enemy of my enemy. Just the way the left-wingers here in the United States defended Sami al-Arian and some of these other terrorists when they were arrested.
Now, what kind of numbers are we talking about in France? Obviously, Sarkozy won by a pretty big margin over the socialist candidate. France desperately needs a change. But there is a significant number of people who will cause trouble, and this could be an ongoing thing, could it not?
Yes, France has its own big immigration problem. It has a much better way of tracking people here than we do here, and they're much tougher when they do choose to crack down. But they have their own problem of a lot of disaffected youth, mainly Muslim youth, who feel marginalized in society, and those guys are the prime bait for radicals to come and radicalize them further.